Circa is an adjustable accent light made of sheet metal, wood, and acrylic. This light rotates on 3 axes, allowing for multiple configurations to direct light different ways and control the amount of light in the environment. The first step to any good design is defining the criteria and realizing the constraints. The constraints for this project included only designing lamps that accent something and are attached to the wall or ceiling, also using only LEDs with 100-volt electrical source, fasteners not glue, and must be made of at least 75% sheet metal and no more than 25% of other materials. The criteria I added for my light included that the lamp must have a rotating element, must be easy to install and dismantle, and must have multiple configurations. Next, I did research on existing lights that fit the same criteria I added to the project. Here are some designs that I liked but chose not to develop. I liked the idea of designing something with a moving component so the user could choose how the light looked in their space. We were asked to narrow down our concepts and further develop 2 of them. Here is the second concept I designed to further develop. Here is the initial concept board for the Athena light. This light was adjustable and very simple, but I realized after experimenting with some simple flat designs that I wanted to be able to achieve a look that would fully hide all LEDs and electrical inside the lamp itself, so I chose not to develop the Athena light any further. Here we see the early version of what would become Circa. Initially, I thought I would use non-strip LEDs that would be attached to the tubes with brackets. This changed later in the design. At this point, I had not yet figured out how the wiring would be hidden inside the parts. Here are some quick examples of some initial cardboard models for this project. With these models, I figured out what size of tubes looked best and how deep I could make the split line between the 2 tubes for it to open. Here are some initial mechanical details for Circa. At this stage, the wires were going behind the rotating arm and the acrylic was being held in with brackets. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out the best way to allow the wires to go through all the parts of the lamp while still allowing it to rotate. My back panel was also open on the sides, which changed in my final design. I finally decided on a 2-part rotating arm with a metal panel attached to the back and a wooden front that had a milled groove through the piece to allow the wires to pass through the 2 parts. Slots in the tubes and metal arm allowed wiring to pass, with the slots coated with polyurethane to prevent the wires from getting cut on the metal they pass through. Other changes I made was having 2 acrylic lenses which stuck out of the top and bottom and sit flush with the tubes. This required laser cutting 2 different sizes of acrylic circles, one size that fits inside the lamp, the other which sits outside, and melt the 2 sizes together. They press fit into the tubes and have a sandblasted finish. Finally, the back panel changed to conceal the transformer and fasteners inside of it. Here we see the mood board that describes the feel I wanted my lamp to evoke. I wanted the combination of streamlined tubes and natural woods, simple and elegant curves with a modern feel that would allow it to suit any upscale environments. Here is an example of an environment that my lamp is designed to fit into. The various configurations allow for the user to style the lamp any way, changing the ambiance or directness of the light for it to suit their own environment.